Hello, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk, and in this video we are looking at the July 2017 edition of the White Dwarf magazine. So on the front we have Primaris Marines versus Death Guard, nice little bit of artwork there. As you can see there's a TIE versus Orcs battle report in there, so let's just get straight in and have a look. So as always we have Meet the White Dwarf team, we have the little editor's little bit there. We have our content, and we're just going to go through and see everything anyway. So Planet Warhammer, this is where we have our releases for the upcoming weeks. No Fear, which is a stripped down version of the Dark Imperium box set. There's a few less miniatures in there. It's £50, so it's almost half the price as well. Not a bad little set. If you don't want to go all out for the Dark Imperium box, or you want to add to your stuff, it'd be quite handy. It's also a little getting started with Warhammer book. This is only £5, so I don't expect it to be very large. It has little bits of information. It has a little step-by-step walkthrough of the core rules, as well as the rules themselves. Comes with an easy-to-build Primaris Space Marine as well. So that's not too bad. £5. This one I'm actually quite interested in. This is First Strike. So this actually comes with all the new push fit releases, and we'll see them on the next page. There's it's more than 5, looks like 6 Poxwalkers, 3 Death Guard Marines, 3 Intercessors, and 3 of the new Reavers, as well as a little cardboard terrain piece and a 2x2 gaming mat. Really cool, it's only £25. And if we go over to so the next page has the new heroes. So we have the Primaris Librarian and the Captain. Now when you consider these are £22.50 each, that makes the other set looks quite good value for money. If the price puts you off a little bit, we are actually giving a couple of these away to our patrons. That giveaway is open to everyone, even those on the $1 pledge. So anyone who is on our Patreon already or joins in July will be put into the hat. And the people on a $20 pledge will also have extra chances to win extra prizes. And we will be giving away some of these guys, the new Reavers as well. So these are only £10 for free, it's not too bad. We also have some easy to build Intercessors, which are also £10. The 6 Poxwalkers are also £10, as are the 3 Death Guard, so I think they're actually pretty good price on their own. But as we saw a couple of pages back, you can get all of this for just £25. So there's a £15 saving, so I think it's really good. I'll be picking up a few of them boxes, and of course we'll have some of these to give away. So really cool. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea. I don't really like their legs very much, but the skull helmets are really cool. And you know, if you want to just test out card schemes, a £10 box of Intercessors, you know, why not? And of course, very much looking forward to getting the Plague Marines. So we have the Blight Launcher. You do get another Aspiring Champion, so if you already have the 7 from the set, you may have to convert him up just to be a regular Marine, or otherwise you'll have 2 Aspiring Champions in your 10-man squad. But no, really cool. So we also have hobby supply drop, so there's a lot of paint sets coming out. There's an Ultramarine, Death Guard, and an Intercessors plus a paint set. They're all coming out as well. £20 for the Intercessors. The Death Guard and the Ultramarine sets are only £10, so they're just the actual paints. So I'd assume the Intercessor set is just the 3 Intercessors plus the Ultramarine paints. There's also the Essentials, which is actually really good value. It's £20, and you get some Citadel cutters, some plastic glue, a brush, and 13 of the small little paints as well. So that's not actually too bad. I might pick one of them up because you know, just the brush glue and clippers on their own probably come to nearly that from GW anyway. So, of course there are probably only be little versions of them, but very cool. We also have the open war cards. So these are designed to create a fun and varied open play mission on the fly and contains 48 cards split into 3 different decks with 12 different deployment options, objectives, and twists, each adding special rules and objectives to your battle. 2 smaller decks with 6 ruses and 6 sudden death objectives. See play when you're outnumbered. All in all, there's 62,208 different games possible with this deck, enough to keep you current until the 41st millennium. Yeah, I did hear there's going to be like sudden death stuff added for 40k as an option. I never liked it in Age of Sigmar. But, you know, having these cards, if you are just quickly, you know, do your deployment map, just get a card out, you haven't got to flick through a book. That's pretty cool. We'll be picking these up. So we have the Thunder and Blood box set, and that's already available. £50. Again, it's a stripped down version of the main starter set. This uses gold and red plastic, which is pretty cool. I'm tempted to pick that up just to see what the plastic's like, but it's a cool little cardboard thing. Corgus Cole and the Blood Secretor, and of course we have Vandus Hammerhand. A little bit from 412 like Magnus for Red, I've actually picked up this whole display, so I'm hoping to one day kit round to paint them, and it's very cool. Very cool. Then we have a Black Library section. And the video game section. It's really cool, there's a nice, really awesome converted war buggy. So there's a little bit about the game Speed Freaks. I haven't heard of this, but it's going to be out soon on the Apple iPhone and iPad, so I may have to pick that up and give it a whirl to see what it's like. Maybe do a little video on that. A little bit about Vermintide, and there's also a Drop Assault mobile game of Horus Heresy. Looks pretty cool. There's so many different games to pick up now. We have an advert for the upcoming Path to Glory book. So Path to Glory from the General's Handbook is going to be separate into it and going to be its own book. And that'll have a lot more options for all different armies. We have the contact page. Temple Store is looking at the March 2011 edition. White Dwarf. I really like the old tiles for the campaign map. They're very cool. Lots of orc stuff in there. Hall of Fame looks at Magnus for Red. So there's a really cool interview with the design team. I had a quick little read through bits and pieces of it. It was really cool. Certainly worth the read. It's a little evolution of Space Marines as well. And I remember the old ones. I never liked how they just rested the bolt gun on their hand. A little bit of concept art for a Butte. Yeah, it's a really, really good read. And I don't know if there's... No, there's a section where we will look at something later on. So, A Tale of Four Warlords. Now, it's funny because we were speaking between us last month saying it would be really cool if these guys had some of the newer stuff in their collections, and lo and behold, how awesome do these look. Plague Marines painted up to match the Iron Warriors, and they're in a grey rather than a silver, but they look awesome. Really, really good choice. And there's a little painting tutorial for Iron Warriors as well. Craftworld Eldar have Eldrad Uthlan, as well as a Wraith Lord, and there's a nice little painting tutorial for them as well. I really like the blue. The Astra Militarum have a Tech Priest Engine Seer and some more Cadians. And we have some Primaris Marines for the Black Templars, and they look very cool. I love the sort of use of a shield there. So they all have a big 4-way battle as well. Golden Demon is looking at Horus Heresy stuff. So beautiful Forge World miniatures, beautifully painted. I love the Sicarian. Wouldn't mind one for my own Imperial Fists. So the Art of War. So I can't wire properly. Loads of Orky artwork. Really cool. So gaming is Tactica Imperialis. So it's a new article that focuses on rules and tactics in Warhammer 40k. In this first installment, we get to grips with the new rules for the game, take a closer look at unique unit abilities, and ask game designers for some top gaming tactics. So another really cool read. I haven't actually read through this properly, but it'll be very interesting read indeed. So loads of stuff, building an army, using command points, tips and tactics. You may have seen this guy pop up online. He's actually a Hellblaster, but it's believed he'll be an upcoming Hellblaster from with multi-part plastics, because he has a lot more detail than these guys, so very cool. So hidden in plain sight. We have Tau versus Orcs, so we have a massive Orc army, and they're playing with power levels here, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Led by Captain Badrock. Then we have a Tau army with a commander and a Kedrith Fireblade leading them. As always, I'll just quickly flick through it because we don't want to give away the end result, because I like to read them at a later point. So gaming, we have War in the Shadows. It's all about skirmish for Age of Sigmar. They are sort of pushing skirmish a little bit. Not something I'm really a fan of. So next we have a section on collecting. It's all about Stormcast Eternal. So we have a massive pull-out Stormcast Eternal. Really nice army actually. Now every time I look at some of these guys, I really think, oh, I must paint mine. I really like this colour scheme actually. I may have to steal it for some of mine. So there's a little section about armies on parade. So painting and collecting is looking at the start collecting boxes, and I'm essentially the White Dwarf. Well, I don't know if it's a White Dwarf team or just GW in general, but they've a lot of guys have had the task of picking up a start collecting box and showing what they come up with, all their different little armies. I love the massive mound of Nurglings on one base. That's pretty cool, and they've got like little separate ones for those guys. I'm liking the Militarum Tempestus. Really liking them. So we have Paint Splatter. So Paint Splatter, obviously, when you paint tutorials, they're looking at just Ultramarines and Death Guard, Poxwalkers. Yeah, we had some of this last week, last month even as well. This one, looking at the Librarian, is really cool. I really like how they've done the blue. I think it looks fantastic. And good in-depth look at the face and beard as well. Really nice model, it's just so expensive, but I'll be picking up a couple still. Fate of Conor, the campaign starts on the 27th of July. Modelling and painting, let's looking at the Realm of Battle boards. There's some really cool examples in here. There's a little bit of how to paint different areas on them. Little sort of bits of details as well. And this is all about making different size tables and such as well. Different deployment. This is awesome, this Lake Town. I think that's fantastic use of the Realm of Battle board. Really cool. I love how they've done the water. I think it's amazing. Another little bit for armies on parade. So Blandjitsu is back, as most people know, my favourite section. And we will do more Blandjitsu videos in the future when I get round to them, certainly. So don't feel like it's the end of our Blandjitsu series just yet. The warbands here are just awesome, as they always are. Really hope GW get the Neophytes box back in stock. It's been out of stock for ages on their web store. And another really cool warband. I love that guy. He's awesome. Really cool, and it shows how they're inspired by artwork as well. This is always good for Blandjitsu. So Parade Ground is looking at vehicles. As always, some gorgeous miniatures on display. Then we have the Warhammer World advert, as we always do, and finally we have Reader's Models. And as always, they're beautiful. So well done anyone who's sent stuff in and get them published in here, because they're fantastic. I absolutely love that grav tank. And this is awesome as well, the Dune Crawler with like the skull face on the front. That is so cool. I'm not a fan of the green gun, mind you, but very cool. That's top work. And there's just a little spotlight on one of the readers as well. And then as always, it finished with in the bunker, so all the stuff that the White Dwarf team have been working on recently. So that was the White Dwarf magazine for this month. Not giving much away for next month. It says Index Astartes, so could be a hint that we will be seeing the Primaris Marines Codex, possibly. We shall see. So yeah, just on the back we have our characters, and I love how they do this sort of these pieces on the back where they sort of really stand out. What gives that 3D sort of look. So yeah, once again, we'll be given 2 of each of these away and a couple of sets of Arivas as well to our Patreons. The link should be popping up on the screen around about now, or certainly very soon, as well as a couple of other videos and a link to where you can subscribe to our page if you haven't done so already. Please give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. I'll see you all again very soon.